Hey everyone, it's Sidharth Kumar from ReviewMagic. It's show it's review time. So today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Ahaan, which is available on Netflix. And you guys must have seen the trailer already about this movie. It's about a kid who goes by the name Ahaan, and he has Down syndrome. And he comes in connection with his neighbor played by Arif Zakaria, and he goes by the name of Ozzy in the movie. And how Ozzy understands Ahan, his character, his his Down syndrome, and how they become close, and look how they look at each other from their point of view. So this is a beautiful story. It is something that you rarely get to see on the mainstream cinema. And to me, Netflix is truly the mainstream cinema. Any movie that comes there, it's being watched by millions of people around. So I said, all right, I saw the trailer. This is looking like a really good, promising movie. It's a sweet guy, Ahan, and it seems interesting that what this guy can achieve. When he has Down syndrome, he has limitations. So the movie starts with this boy. He is in Mumbai, and his mom creates these brownies, and he goes to deliver these brownies to neighbors. So he's having some interaction with them. There are street kids who are playing cricket, and he wants to play cricket, but he cannot because he doesn't understand the rules, or they just think that Ahan is going to waste their time. So they just try to keep their distance. So a lot of like judgment is shown in the movie. It shows how people react to people who are with Down syndrome. But Ahan is cute. He's sweet. He doesn't have any malice intention. He's 25 years old biologically, but he's still a very young kid by his brain. And one day, what happens is that Ozzy, because Ozzy has obsessive compulsive disorder, he likes to keep everything clean in the house. So when Ahan comes to his house, he makes a mess, and Ozzy really makes a big issue about it. He does vacuum cleaning, and this really perturbs his wife, and she can't, handle more of this. With Ozzy's nature with OCD, because of this, he doesn't want to have a kid because when a kid comes, there's going to be a lot of germs. It's going to be a lot of different his life will be a mess. So he doesn't want a kid, and his wife ultimately one day leaves him. Now Ozzy misses his wife, and he thinks of one way that he could get in touch with his wife. So he partners with Ahan because Ahan, he's a simple, adorable guy. He has the phone number of his wife Anu, played by Niharika Singh, and they say, all right, so they can go and deliver these brownies to Anu, who's living now with her parents. And Arif goes in his car. He drops Ahan. So he kind of is getting all the news from his, what's happening with his wife. He tries to contact her through phone, but he can't. So because his wife doesn't get back to him. And one day, Arif goes to a psychologist played by Rajat Kapoor, and he goes through an OCD therapy with Arif. So Arif actually, because he goes through a therapy, he comes in reality with, why is he so compulsive about or obsessive about OCD? Why can't he just be a normal human being? And he realizes that in the company of Ahan, and also what the doctor tells him is that just take life as it comes to you, and can't be so serious about everything, because it can have some implications on family, and relationships. So he spends a lot of time with Ahan. He enjoys his company. For someone who used to hate Ahan coming to his home and creating a mess, now this is a guy who goes with Ahan. He's having biryani in the car. He is cracking jokes. He just becomes so playful with him. So one day a party is thrown, and and Ozzy comes in with his with Ahan, and then Anu comes with Onela. So Onela is played by Labita Botthakor, and they just kind of spend time with each other, and he reveals his true feelings that people with Down syndrome, they have no pretense. They just want to do what they want. They're playful, they're cheerful, and he wants to be back with Anu. So I think things start to go in a good direction. And on the other side, Arif also becomes too curious about, how can he help Ahan find a job. Ahan one day goes out with his mom and he wants to have his own car, he wants to have his own job, he wants to have his own house, his own wife. And when he goes to a car salesman, they just kind of discount him as, he's a kid, he doesn't know anything. So society also actually judges people with that condition. They don't take them seriously. And but there has to be some jobs where these people can also make a living. So Arif comes across a non-profit that helps to settle people, kids with Down syndrome. And he expresses this to the father of Ahan, and Ahan's father, he bluntly says that he doesn't need any help. So typical, Indian mentality, we don't need your help, don't tell us, that sort of thing. And he makes Ahan work in a factory with a lot of other disabled children who have Down syndrome. And Ahan wants to do something else. He doesn't like being in the factory. He's allowed not to go to the house. It's kind of, it's so stifling for him. And one day he just leaves the house and, wants to commit suicide. But luckily he's found alive and by the cops, and his parents decide to just let him do things he wants to do. So the story here is then Ahan, Anu comes back into Ozzy's life, and things are okay. It's all settled, looks good, and Ahan is preparing for an interview, and Ozzy takes him to the interview. He does some mock practice, so that's what the movie ends. But so I thought the movie was definitely, worth watching. It was beautiful. It flowed very well. The movie is written and directed by Nikhil Perwani. This is not an easy topic to do, and the way he conveys that story in a playful manner, not really understanding, what everyone should take as a message to be very, kind-hearted to these people and to everyone else, but especially these people. But also, he balances the, the stigma, the playfulness, the happy-go characters in this movie Ahan very well. So I think all credit goes to Nikhil Firvani. This was a beautiful script that was written by him as well. And I think I would definitely recommend all my fans to watch this. It's definitely something. It's refreshing. It really opens up your eyes towards a new way, a new from the eyes of Ahan. So guys, do watch it, and if you have any comments, you can write it down. But until then, see you. This is Sidharth Kumar. Bye bye.